The estimates being made today are being made on the basis that we have set challenges for the NHS in terms of making efficiencies. And what I can report to the House after 4 years in government is they have met those efficiency challenges every single year under this government, and that money has been ploughed back into better patient care in our NHS. The great question for the NHS in British politics today, I would argue, is why is it in Wales, where Labour are under control, where 8% cuts have been made in the NHS budget? Well, they might be yawning opposite. They're not yawning in Wales because they're stuck on waiting lists, desperate for treatment.
Mr. Speaker, on the Prime Minister's watch, 5 GP surgeries face closure in my borough and 98 nationally. Is this what the Prime Minister meant when he promised to protect the NHS?
Prime Minister. What I meant when I said we protect the NHS is just that. We are spending £12.7 billion more on the NHS, which Labour said was irresponsible. We have 7,000 more doctors in our NHS. We have 3,000 more nurses in our NHS. We have over 1,000 more midwives in our NHS. But there is something we have less of in our NHS, and we have 19,000 fewer bureaucrats. And that money has been piled into patient care, including improving primary care right around the country. To the honourable ladies, first of all, in order to provide more GPs, we need to provide money. And this government has increased spending on the NHS when we were told by the party opposite it was irresponsible. And what you see in our NHS today is 7,000 more doctors, more nurses, more midwives, but 19,000 fewer bureaucrats. And I think that is absolutely vital in providing the health services that we need. The most important thing with our health service is to praise good service when we see it, but to recognise where you see poor service, it has to be turned around. And we are very clear about the turnaround work that is being done in many of our hospitals that were left for year after year under Labour. But the House might be interested to know, that the average amount of time you wait in A&E was 77 minutes when Labour were in power. It is now 30 minutes under this government.